What's up, everybody? Yeah, man. What's up, everybody? I am live, man. I thought I was live when the market first opened up, man, but I guess I didn't know what I was doing, man. But anyway, I'm back, man. We're taking a live look at the market, and it's 9:37. The market has opened, trading the ES, the E-mini S&P, and you know, I'm just looking, trying to see what's going on, just trying to get a feel for what's going on right now. Nothing really happening for the way I trade. Like as you see, it said trading ICT concepts, which is at the core of what I trade and what I want to trade and look for. Is I'm waiting for liquidity to be taken before I make a move. So I mark off swings, overnight high from what was the high of the market from midnight to 8 a.m. And so I mark off overnight high, overnight low. I set alerts in case I have to move away from the computer because where I trade is at the computer. I don't trade on TradingView. I just chart on TradingView. I trade on NinjaTrader, and so I like for alerts to be set on TradingView that'll let me know to get back to my computer. But I look for the overnight low or the overnight high to be taken, or a previous day low or previous day high to be taken. As we see right now, the market has pushed down so far since the open. Um, so it's not like I'm telling you anything that you don't already see for yourself. This is the 15-minute candles at 9:30. So it looks like we getting ready to violate that overnight low. Uh, let's look from a daily perspective and see where we might be. See where we might be going. Yeah, so I need to make some of these things not visible on the daily because I don't like my chart to look all crazy. I don't like my chart to look all crazy, man. Not when I'm looking at the daily. Yeah, I don't like my chart to look crazy. So let me just fix that. But anyway, yeah. So you're looking for liquidity uh, to be taken, and this is what we're looking like from the daily charts perspective. See, we got this daily gap right here. ICT calls them fair value gaps. I just say gap. So if you hear me talking and I say gap, I'm talking about the same thing that he teaches, the fair value gap. I just call it gap. See, we have a daily gap right above the previous day high. Here's the previous day low. We also have some external sell side liquidity down here, which is the the January 10th low. And way down here, we have some equal lows down here. Up here at the top, we have some equal highs, man. So what I had been looking for the market to do today, if we do come down to the downside, I look for us to take out the previous day low and this external liquidity right here and probably get into this price void, which if you know anything about what ICT teaches, it teaches about price voids, and that's where the bodies of the candles don't meet. They need a price void. It's different than just a daily gap like this right here to here. This three candle setup right here, which is the space in between that where these two candles out of the three don't touch. That's a fair value gap. This is what is looked at as a price void or liquidity void. And what I've noticed is that price will run to those voids and price will come back to those voids. So try not to take them off my chart, especially from a daily perspective, because the last time we were here, yeah, we went up and through the daily void, and you can say it was rebalanced, but also we were down here in consolidation for a minute down here, keep coming up, go through it, come back, touching this void. So I still have it marked because it could be a place that price could try to search for, if it does go to the downside. If we go to the upside, I'm looking for this particular level, which is 39.4375. And why I'm looking for that is because, if the market wants to close this area so it doesn't leave another daily gap, it would need to get up here to 39.4375. And we also had a previous day high at, what is that, 39.4875, and then which would get us into the daily gap. And also if we look down, let's drop down to an hour. Look at that. It's pretty disgusting down there. Look, left like some equal lows. And here we have have an hour gap, which is inside that daily gap. You always have, price is fractal, which is one of the people who I learned from in the shadows. He always talks about how price is fractal. You also hear ICT talk about price being fractal, and like what that means is, you can see it on all time frames. We have it. See the gap on the daily, you come down to an hour, it's a gap. I'm pretty sure if we go to the 15-minute, we can find another gap, and probably if you drop down to the 5, you'll find some more gaps in these areas, man. But right now, we still haven't had an overnight high or overnight low taken out. Yeah, some people might look at this as a potential, like, because this was taken, this did violate that, so it is, some people might look at this structure as a place where price could bounce, got up in this gap, as a place where price could potentially bounce from. Man, it's still too much up in the air for me right now for my trade. Plus, I don't like, let me see how far is that. I mean, that was 10 points, but no, if you were to take it from the front to there, that's more than I would take. It's not what I would take anyway right now. I'm just saying there are some people who might take this structure trade right here and try to take it back down. I need to see this get violated or that before I can make up my mind. Either way, it's too tight of a range. I mean, it's what is this, a 22-point range? That's nothing for me to really look for what I want to look for as far as any kind of trades. It's just not. It's just not the range that I'm looking for. It's just not the range I'm looking for. So I need to see price show that it wants to get up out of this range, for me to find the setup. So this is some internal buy side liquidity up here on this swing. Remember I talked about what ICT talks about liquidity, and that's the name of the game. That's what we're looking for, is liquidity. There's some internal buy side, which internal, so external to me would be like higher time frames, would be swings on the daily, swings on the 4-hour. But when we start getting the swings that I can find on the hour or the 15-minute or the 5, I look at those as internal liquidity, because the market will generate and produce liquidity on a higher time frame and on a smaller time frame. And sometimes all it needs is a smaller time frame set of liquidity to be hit, to be violated or pulled from, for the market to start going in the way it wants to go. If you watch ICT, you see him trade on the 1-minute chart, and he'll find liquidity. He'll find equal highs and equal lows that get violated, or he'll find swings that get violated. You'll even see a turtle soup trade here and there that might get set up or whatever, that might get violated. So that's what this swing is, this internal. I need to mark that off for my own personal. I like to have this stuff marked, man. I remember I used to have like a million lines on my chart, and I guess some people would say, man, you got a bunch of lines on there now. But it's just easy stuff for me to really look for. Overnight high, overnight low, previous day low, previous day high, internal buy side liquidity. And now we just wait. Now we just wait. Now we just wait to see what is popping, man. Now we just wait to see what's popping and see what it gives us. See if everything or if anything materializes, man. Right now we just inside a range, and let's drop a fields on that bit. Let's drop a fields on this thing right now and kind of see where we are. Let's put this in the range from yesterday to today. Look, price just keep playing around equilibrium, and you see it's been ranging. ICT says price likes to consolidate around equilibrium, and really, man, it's a tight range. I mean, yesterday was a tight range. I mean, yesterday was from 39.48 to what's the Lord, this candle, to 3901. Man, that's a 47 point range. Okay, you see these dots right here? Like this is like an indicator that I use, that somebody created called ICT kill zone, and you know it shows you some other things, but I only use it for these dots because it marks off the previous day high, previous day low, and then you know I like to then put a line there and then set my alerts. That's what all those clocks mean. When you see those clocks, that means I have alerts set. So really, to be honest, man, I could get up front of the computer. You know, when price is not doing anything, like it's not doing anything right now, it's just chilling. I can get up front of the computer and I wait until I get an alert. You know, until something goes off, it gives me an alert, and then I can come back and look at the computer. I can just pull it up on my phone and look from there to see what's going on. But yeah, this is how I trade. I chart on TradingView, but then I execute over here on NinjaTrader, which, as you see, this is 5-minute chart on NinjaTrader. Still the MES. I trade the micros when I'm trading my money, and even my two funded accounts. I mainly trade the micros, because I'm still at the point where I'm still building myself up as a trader and building my discipline and building my risk tolerance, like being able to follow my rules correctly. And so in the meantime, I'm gonna trade smaller amounts. So the micro is like, you know, the minute ES&P is what, like, I want to say $12.50 a tick. The micro is $1.25 a tick. So as you see, it's just 10% like difference. You know what I mean? But you know, it can add up. You can make you some money. And I mean, what you trading for? You trying to get rich today? You trying to get rich today, or you just trying to trade, figure out an extra way to make extra money, figure out an extra way to take care of your family? Just so you know, anybody following this live, you know, I am not a financial advisor. I am not a fiduciary. I'm not. What I do is me. This is just for entertainment. The trades that I take are just for me and for my purposes. They are not to be followed. They are not to be duplicated. It is in no way any kind of indication of something that you should do and risk your money. Please speak to a financial advisor before you decide to get into any kind of trading or do anything of that nature, whether it's investing or trading. I am not a fiduciary. I'm not anyone that you should follow. This is not a call out service. I'm not telling you what to trade or when to trade. I'm just simply going through my process, trying to become a better trader, to show different areas that I'm looking at. And so here we go again with, this is the gap that I had marked off on the hour. Another smaller hour gap. Then we have a bigger one up here. So if we were to, let's go back to TradingView and let's go back on the daily. If we were to get a swing right here, let's just say we get a swing right here. Let's just say the market decides it wants to come up from right here. Then let's just drop a Phibs. We're gonna drop it from these relative equal. Let's just drop a Phibs. And 50%, if it was to pull back and retrace, get past 50%, it will be back into a premium, meaning you want to sell when the price is at a premium, you want to buy when price is at a discount. So that will put us inside of this gap, which if we come down to the, let's do it on the hour chart since I was just showing it. If we come down to the hour chart, what did I show? Okay, 50% is this blue line. That's that 1 hour gap I showed you. That's the beginning of the daily gap. 62% is another place a lot of people like to take Phib trades from. When you get 62%, that will put us inside of this hour, the gap, for a possible bounce. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Right now, the way we trading, I don't think today gonna be nothing, man. I mean, today gonna be a big old nothing. Let me see something. Let me see something. Let's go over here and let's look through for some news. When did the news hit? Okay. So we do have some news getting ready to come out at 10. And so even though these are orange folders, so you want to look for red folders are how you see these are the highest impact. Okay, the red folders. Today on Friday we have orange folder, which is supposed to be medium impact, but existing home sales could push us in a direction. It could push us in a direction. So let's see. Let's see what we get at 10. We could get a push in one direction, man. And what I do, like when stuff gets violated, like the overnight high or this internal buy side liquidity, like one of these swings or whatever gets violated, I wait for probably about like maybe like an hour or so or 2 hours before I take the line off my chart. But what we would be looking for, the type of trading I do based on ICT concepts and it taking liquidity. Let's just say price was to, this is just for example me just talking, let's just say price was to boom boom boom, take this out, get a rejection, come back down here, then I'd be looking for price to get up in here and then boom, or come to this swing or down in here. That's just one way that I like to trade based on what ICT teaches. You'll see liquidity get taken in a direction, come back down. Let me draw it again another way so you can see, which will make it even better. Say if price comes down, boom, price violates this, price then comes back up. This would then become a breaking market structure. Price will trade back right here, and then so this is what we will be looking for. How we be looking for liquidity to get taken. Come down, violate these swing with this little relative equal lows. So it could be a place price could come right with news. Take that out, come back up, break market structure, come back down, test that structure that it just broke, and then go in the direction. I'm trying to see if we have any. I know we had some yesterday. We definitely had some yesterday. So this was a swing yesterday. Let me just show you. Okay, well, alright, price dropping a little bit right ahead of news, but let me just show you yesterday. Okay, as you see, this was remember I told you these represent yesterday's low. So at one point this was the defined low that was made at 8:30 right here. And so let's just show these right quick, right? Alright, so price made this low at 8:30. This was also a play because it kept coming down, dropped, took that out, went up. But let's just show this one because it has a swing. So you see this one, bam. Let's take that off. Price at 10.55 violated that, went back up, came down and violated this swing again. Once it violated this swing, you get a rejection. This is a 5-minute chart. You get a rejection. It's even better when it wicks up, man. If you get that wick up or that wick down, depending on which direction, whether it's bullish or bearish, that's even better. But closed here, came up. Here's the breaking market structure right here. This is the structure that you will be looking to get broken from the way I trade and one of the ways ICT teaches. So he teaches you waiting for liquidity to get taken. That's the swing. Liquidity got taken. You're looking for a disbursement. Nice disbursement. Comes back up. Boom. Price closed above. Price needs to close above here. Price goes up, closes above. Now you're waiting for price to come back and retest this structure for you to go bullish. This area is where you want to enter. You can probably drop down to an even smaller time frame and probably find the setup even quicker. Now once it makes this, if you get disbursement and it already goes up and takes out the nearest swing, which this swing was how many points away? That was 12 points away. If it goes out and goes above that swing, I'm not as interested in this as I was, because this is one of me personally, from the way I was taught in the shadows, this is one of the first targets I would be looking for. Hold on, let's box this, because I want to look at this on I want to look at this on 1 minute like ICT does and see if the play he teaches, because what I look for is just it's a little different. I mean, it's the same, but I don't look for it on the 1 minute. So okay, liquidity gets taken. Yeah, I mean, you could see it happen right here. Or you could say the same thing. You see it on the 1 minute. Boom. You see it on the 1 minute. You see this. Price goes down. You waiting for a big candle. Not a big candle yet. Boom. That's the setup. That's the 2022 membership the ICT teaches right there. Boom. Let's mark this off. That's the disbursement. That's the gap. That's the gap. Price still didn't take out this swing. It's the swing I showed you earlier. Price came down, dilly dally, boom, hit the gap. That's the 2022 membership, same thing. And boom, here we go. Sets equal highs on the 1 minute. Oh yeah, price really moving. I can see it. Let's get back over here and see what's happening. Man, price ain't really moving nothing, man. Oh man, it's just doing the same, man. You know, like I said, man, before I get interested, I'm gonna need one of these taken out. But let's just go back, man. Let's go back. Let's go back to let's go back to the play. Like I said, YCT teaches his play. Where are we? I mean, like, shout out to ICT. Shout out to everyone who has taken the time and come from behind, you know, the computer or the mic, and are teaching people for free. That's helping them change their families' lives. But that's it. That's what we have in the membership. Not since that didn't get violated. To me, this is still a good trade. Just waiting for it to get back in that gap. That's the disbursement he talks about. It broke market structure right here. You could say this swing was. You could say this swing was the market structure, you could say either this one. I would probably say I'll probably go ahead and go with that one. I probably need it to close above this. And what's that? 3909 to 3907. Okay, so if you entered the trade around here, say if you enter here, kind of like front running, highest place, that's what, 39. That's what, 3909.25. What's this? This got down 3908.25. That's 1 point of drawdown, which is, that's magnificent. You know what I mean? Like, that really is, that's good. And there's the trade. Disbursement closed above it right there. Then take out this swing, price comes back down, boom, that's the 2022 ICT membership. That's also one of the trades that I've been taught that would been made simple for me. I understood the ICT membership, but sometimes you need somebody to go in even further explanation who may understand it even better than you. One of the things that I had the biggest problem with when I was trading was entries. Like, I would understand the market. I would understand, what ICT was teaching as far as liquidity goes, but I was having a problem with where to enter the trades. I was having a serious problem with where to enter my trades, and so shout out to the people over in the shadows. They made it, where I should enter and how I should get into it a little better, because ICT, he gave you the entry, he gave us the game, he showed us, but he was showing us more on like a 1 minute and a 2 minute is where he was showing a lot of the fair value gaps. And just for me, which as amazing as it is, and a lot of people got it easily, it was just I would get kind of lost in the 1 minute, and so I needed to be able to see these things a little clearer, or figure out where to do it on like a little higher time frame. And price is fractal, so you will see it on the 1 minute, the 2 minute, the 3, the 5, 15, the hour. It just depends on what fits you like that. Now that's the one thing about trading that people don't really discuss enough or talk about, is trading is 100% something that each person has to find what fits them the best, what speaks to them. When I first started trading 2 years ago, anytime somebody said, "Man, I got a setup that works," I would just chase it. I would try it. I would try to do it. That was my new setup. I was trying to make it happen, and everything doesn't fit everybody. You have to. I used to hear ICT, and I would hear other guys that I was learning from would say, you need to fit the trading strategy that fits your personality, that fits your life, that fits what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish. And I didn't understand it at the time. To me, I'm like, man, how can I win a trade? I was just trying to figure out how to win a trade, how to get to where I was consistent, how to get to where I was at least 50%, man, with my wins. Okay, we look like we going for that overnight high. Getting so close to that overnight high. Yeah, I think we finna violate that overnight high. So we'll see. But if it doesn't, if it leaves equal highs, which I used to be like, man, that's a double top, or I used to see stuff, that's a double bottom. And when you first learn how to trade, now learning from what I've learned from ICT, I just, hey man, those are equal highs. But anyway, like I was saying, I was just trying to get to where I could win a trade. And so if somebody said they were winning, show me a setup. I want to try it, because I really didn't have a setup. I really didn't have anything that fit me. Like, to be honest, man, I didn't know how to trade at all. Let me close that off. Boom, overnight high violated. I didn't have any strategy whatsoever. I didn't have any strategy, any way to trade. I was just out here lost. And now, since that mentorship and since I've been in the shadows and been learning uh, in the shadows, like now I have a setup. Now I know clear as day what my setup is. Like, I know what I want to trade now. I know what I want to trade, how I want to trade it. Um, I know what I'm looking for. And to be honest, man, I'm jumping on here and starting this live because, I want people to see. I want to be held uh, accountable. You know what I mean? I want to be held accountable. I want people to see what I'm doing. So that's where we are with what I'm doing right now. Just trying to, not trying. Those are things too, man. If you're watching this, man, really watch what you say. Watch your vocabulary. Watch what you put out there, man. You're not trying to do nothing. You're doing it. Say you're working on it. Say you're doing the work. I say trying too much. I'm sick of saying I'm trying. I'm not trying. I'm doing it. I'm developing. That's a better word instead of saying, man, I'm trying to get more. No, you're not trying to get more discipline. You're not trying to learn how to trade. You're developing more discipline. You're developing more knowledge in trading. You're developing your trading strategy because that speaks life into it. That these things are 100% happening. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm developing. So yeah, man. So where we are right now, we just took out the overnight high, and so we took that liquidity. Price came down, didn't take out the low, actually stood firm. We're gonna see how this closes. I would think the way that we trading right now, uh, this buy side liquidity could be next, and we got some equal highs right here on the 15 minute. Those could be in play. I forgot all about those, so these could possibly be in play as well. I try not to put like too many lines on my chart, but sometimes, man, I just be wanting to on my equal highs. I just be wanting to have stuff marked off, so I already know, what's popping. I only want to see that on the 15 minute though. 15 minute and 5. So, and then look at this big old dumb looking text message. I'm talking about, man, this text is huge. This is ridiculous. I'm not blind. I don't even know why I had this stuff like this. But yeah, man. So okay, let's go down to the 5 right quick. So we closed above on the 5. We closed above the overnight high. Still no play for me. I mean, it's some plays for depending on how you trade. It's definitely some plays here for someone. Not by the way I trade. Still nothing for me to see. I still think we want liquidity higher. Me personally, I think we want liquidity higher. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Now, it's still no play based off of this for what I want, man. For me to, for my particular setup, say we get a down candle right here. Say it comes down, it closes right here. Just for me personally, I would need to see it to go back up a little more, come back, maybe take that, or this is just an example of that, and then come back, break that, and then we could talk about coming back down. Like, that's if I know that looks like a lot, but like that's what I would need to see for me to even start thinking about me getting in the trade, because we're up, took out the overnight high. So we're not, me personally, I'm not buying up here. I'm not buying up here. I'm looking for a sale. We up in premium at this point. And what do we do? If you don't know what we do, or don't know what is taught to us, that you're supposed to do, when you up in a premium, you look for sales. When you down below in discount, you look for buys. So right now, it's price is too high for me to look to buy and go up. It's just not the way I trade. So we took out the overnight high. Boom. We got less than 3 minutes to close above this on the 15 minute. Now we also need to be looking at 10:30, because come 10:30 we could get some kind of reversal. But as I pointed out earlier, uh, on the daily, I mean, starting right here where this gap is, this highlights a gap. That's an hour gap. This is actually where the daily gap lies. It's a lot of liquidity up here. Look at this, man. Relative, this a swing. You could say relative equal highs, more equal highs. You got the previous day high, and you got a gap on the daily up here. So if price does give us expansion, or man, we could just hang out in here. Man, I mean, it's 10 o'clock, and when the market opened back up yesterday, here's a small void that's right around equilibrium of this day. Isn't that something else? But anyway, it's 10:13, 10:13, and price, since the market opened back up at 6 p.m. yesterday, has only gone, what's that, from 37 down to what, 11? What's that? 36? 36 points. Man, that's nothing for that long. I mean, that is nothing for that long. So I'm getting ready to call it soon. If I don't see anything by 11, any kind of particular setup by 11, I'm gonna call it. A lot of times I'll say 11:30. But I know I won't be on the live until 11:30. So we'll see. Got one more minute. I mean, we're really seconds. Can we close above that on the 15 minute? Last few seconds, we could either get a run up, just on the candle. I'm not talking about a run way up here, but the candle could finish. Oh, look like it's gonna close below. That's interesting. Man, we just in a range, man. We just in consolidation. So now I think somebody is speaking. Waller speaks at 1. I don't think that's gonna really just drive the market. Like, no, not when Bullet speaks. No, not like when he speaks. I don't think we're gonna get like that super expansion based off of that. But I could be wrong. You know what I mean? The market and their algorithms and the way they run it, they do what they want. Today looks like Ranger danger, Ranger danger. That's what it looks like to me. Not stranger danger, Ranger danger, meaning it's in a range. That's what it looks like to me. Looks like we're in a range. I still don't see my trade. Nah, I still don't see my trade. Cause I need us to drive, get a break of market structure, and then come back to it. I mean, no, I wouldn't. None of this is me. I wouldn't try to take it going up from here. That's too far for me. Like, I really, to be honest, I need to get my range no more. I'm in for no more than a 10 point stop. put my ATM 10 points, no more than that. So no, this not me either. So pfft, nothing, man, nothing, nothing popping. You know, I might start playing some music or go make me some breakfast because Friday is looking like it's not gonna give me anything for the way I trade. You know, here we go, 10:17. Now, like I said earlier, now we can see what we get around 10:30. 10:30 will normally give you a reversal. Um, from 10:30 to 11:30. You know, is the way I was taught, man. And you know, excuse me if you keep hearing me saying the way I was taught or who taught me this or where I learned this from ICT or how I learned this from the shadows. I just want to give props, man, to all the people that I've learned from, all the people who are giving their time for free, all the people who come out from behind their keyboards, from trading and started, you know, teaching people from behind those same keyboards, teaching people how to change their lives. I mean, it's a brave thing. I'm not a teacher. You know, all you can do is if somebody comes in and watches what I'm doing, I just want them to see that they're not alone on this journey. I'm not trying to tell anyone what to do. If you pick up any nuggets from it, then hey, that's what's up. You know what I mean? Do what you do. Cause I know how it is, man. Trading can be a very lonely journey. You know, because unless you trade, most people don't understand. They think it's gambling. You know, they think it's gambling. You know, and to be honest, let's just talk about the discipline. Since nothing is happening right now, we can just discuss the discipline. You know, if you're not disciplined, and I'm speaking to myself, you know, because I haven't been disciplined a lot, you know, in the past. If you're not disciplined, then you are gambling. That's exactly what you're doing. You know, you're not just gambling your money, you're gambling with your future because you're wasting time. You know, our discipline is gonna get us everywhere we want to go. Like it is. And as far as this goes, I don't see anything today, and that's getting to that point is the point that I've been working on. I've been developing, right? Like I said, you know, a few minutes ago, we're not gonna keep saying we're trying. You know, we're developing something, meaning it's already in action. I'm not trying; it's already in action. And in developing that discipline, you know, days like this, I would force a trade in the past, but now I'm developing the discipline to wait and see what I'm looking for, to wait and get the trade that I want. And guess what? If I don't see it, it's okay because you can always find another trade. You know what I mean? Like you can always find a good trade, and you damn sure can always find a bad trade. And I'm not looking for a bad trade today. I'm not looking for a bad trade today. So really, the market for the way I trade, the market isn't giving me anything. You know, I'm probably gonna hop out here at 10:30, um, because market not giving me anything. Like it's gonna have to make a decision one way or the other, for me. And there's no point in me dropping down, going from this chart to that chart, like trying to force myself to see a trade or see something that's not there. It's not anything that I personally can trade. This is what I execute on. This is Ninja Trader. If you're watching this and you're wondering what's the difference between what I was showing earlier and now this chart, this is my Ninja Trader chart. All I do is execute over here. You know, this is where I execute my trades. Trading view is where I chart. I chart on trading view. Wait till I see some of the things that I'm looking for, and then I execute over here on Ninja Trader. You know, and I trade the micros. I trade the MES. You know, micros slash uh, the regular E-mini. The regular E-mini is $12.50 per tick, which inside of every, let me just show you this. Okay, inside of every point is a tick. See, 39.30, 39.30, 25, 39.30, 50, 39.30, 75. Okay, the E-mini is $12.50 for every tick. So from 0 to 25, 1250 to 50 is 25, 75. Boom. I mean, I'm counting all wrong. 30 something, then 50. Each point is 50. Excuse me for having a public school moment. Not even a public school moment. I used to skip school and drink moment. But anyway, yeah, like I said, man, it looked like Price wanted to possibly come up. I mean, for me to even find a trade, that's what I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need this to be violated again. But we have this internal buy side liquidity, these equal highs here. If it's gonna do something, I need some of that taken out, or I need it to just become a freight train or a broken elevator and just fall, boom, and then we can get the reversal and get its way up. There's so many different ways that you can trade. So many different people trade different ways. I used to be a gap trader, like I said earlier. If you went on here, you might hear fair value gap. Like I call them just gaps. So many people look for a gap, and then they'll find a way. That'll be their entry. I still trade gaps, but it has to be along with a breaking market structure. If it doesn't have a breaking market structure to go along with the gap, then me personally, I'm not taking the trade. Yeah, I'm not taking the trade. It has to have that breaking market structure to go along with it, and for the breaking market structure, before that happen, has to have liquidity has been taken, and liquidity from a nice area has to have been taken. If we get that, then man, we good to go. We good to go. That's the trade I'm looking for. But today is a nothing. Today is a nothing. Yeah, man, I'm taking it easy today. If I don't see my trade by 11, then I'm completely done for the day. I'm gonna log off the live at 10:30. If I do see a trade, which I don't see it developing, I mean in the next 30 minutes, it's gonna be hard in the next 30 minutes to see liquidity get taken, set up a breaking market structure, come down, come back and revisit it. Like, I don't see that happening in 30 minutes. Price would already need to be moving towards taking it out. And for me, it took it out, but this is too. Now what could happen if we were to get, let's just say we were to take this out, alright? Let's just say we were to take this out, and then it doesn't go any further, and price comes back down and breaks this. This could be a trade to take, but I just don't see it setting up in the next few minutes. I don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it setting up in the next few minutes. I don't see it. I don't see it setting up in the next few minutes at all. So today is what it is. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be coming on here live. I also have another page that I actually started, so I'm gonna be probably moving it from this Playboy Trade over to the Gray Hair Trader, because that's what I am. My 8-year-old clowns me about having gray hair. That's what he calls me. I'm just a gray hair man, and so I'm a trader. I have gray hair nowadays, and so I'm the gray hair trader, man. Plus, it sounds good, man. It sounds good. Hey, man, did you watch that live about a gray hair trader? Man, it sounds good. You know, but seriously, in all seriousness, though, you can find me over on the Gray Hair Trader, which is TheGray Trader. That'll be the next place that I stream my videos from on a frequent basis. I still will come in and stream from here every now and then to start leading people over to that page, and that page will be strictly about trading. But like I said, I'm not a call out service. I'm not anyone that you can't you shouldn't mimic my trades. I'm not giving financial advice. This is not financial advice. I am not a fiduciary. I am none of those things, you know. But yeah, man, we'll see where we're going. Um, Nothing popping today. Today is a big old nothing. And yeah, I said I'm gonna wait till to 10:30. So I'm just gonna hang out to 10:30 and just see, you know, just see what's going on, you know. But it's nothing right now. I mean nothing. Even if price does come up, like it's just nothing for the way I trade for my particular setup. You know, price just playing around. It's just playing around, man. And then let me tell you too, right before I get off, like this is how you can get into trouble, right? Because we sit, you know, traders. I mean, myself, I would sit at the computer and just watch and watch and watch and watch and watch and watch and watch, right? Until you finally just find something to do. And like I said, you can always find a good trade to get into, and you damn sure can always find a bad trade to get into. And so at some point you have to say, eh, nothing popping, market not that interesting. Let me go on about my business. I have my alerts set as they start to go off. You know, I'll be contacted, and I'll know, what's going on and make a decision on what's popping. But like, I think we're gonna keep going up. I do, but I don't think we're gonna get a big expansion today. I don't see us getting a big expansion today. I think it is what it is. If it does, then hey, so be it. Shout out to the market. If it doesn't, it's exactly what we expected. Either way, I am not tripping. Yep, there we go. There we go. Took out that internal buy side from here. I just keep it there for a second just so I can see. Yeah, I think it's gonna keep going. Who knows? Might play around for a little bit. But anyway, I'll be back another time. Price is so far. Price looks like it's headed where we had an idea it might want to hit. I gave some downside targets as well as some upside targets. So price is headed toward that way. This is the daily. See, I got this on here. I was supposed to make that where you can't see it. I don't want to see that on the daily. But there we go. If you ask me, all signs point to price coming back to this gap, or at least getting here so it can close this gap. Look how close it is. I think price wants to leave another gap, but I see price getting up in here, taking out the previous day high, which is still not a lot of expansion. This is what so far. Where's price? 36. Just 48. To get up in that gap, that's still not big expansion, but I think this is what we're looking for. We'll see these eyeballs. I think these are the areas we're looking for. I think this is where the market is reaching. So yeah, but on that note, man, I'm about to be up out of here. It's past 10:30. I said I was jumping off at 10:30. So, and we are out. And I'll catch y'all on Monday. You know, have a good one. Safe trading, everybody.